Battle Through the Firmament. Great World. Chapter 466. Director Yun Luo. Shaoyan, Zhu Tianhou. Whatever happened in the past, no matter what you think, I will still do it in the future. For the sake of the academy, even if I am hated by you all, I will not change anything. He paused for a moment. Su Jiang looked at Shaoyan and Zhu Tianhou. His voice suddenly became serious, and his tone was firm. Humph. Hearing this, Zhu Tianhou gave Su Jiang a cold glance. He lowered his head and didn't say anything. Su Jiang had tacitly allowed Xiao Yi to kill him. This matter, it's always been a hurdle in his heart. Shaoyan narrowed his eyes and didn't say anything. At this point, there was no point in talking about this matter anymore. No matter what, the one here was Shaoyan, not Xiao Yi. On the side, Mu Yuyang and Lin Dao looked at Shaoyan and Zhu Tianhou with interest. When they entered the academy, they also had strong opponents. However, with their realm in Valley, they became one of the strongest students in the Yunluo Academy. Even Lin Dao only had Yuan Tianmu as his opponent. His current achievement had far exceeded Yuan Tianmu's. While they were talking, the elders of the various sects also left one after another. Of course, there were many regretful ones. The 5 students of the Star Sky Academy left. There were only 13 people left on the scene, and a few of them had no intention of joining the sect. There were too many monks and too little food. Everyone could only increase their bargaining chips in exchange for the favor of the students. In the end, only a few of the students were recruited. After handing over the sect token to the students who agreed to join the sect, the few elders happily left. When these students returned to their respective academies and settled down, they would go to the corresponding sect. Everyone, I'm not going back to the academy. I'm going straight to the lifeless heavenly sect. Lin Dao suddenly spoke, his voice carrying a rare hint of heaviness. As he spoke, he walked off into the distance. There was an old man with a pair of sharp eyebrows standing there. He was like a spear with a sharp edge. His back was as straight as a dragon, and he had a majestic aura. He was the old man who had tried to rope Lin Dao in. The lifeless heavenly sect. Given your character, you are quite suitable for this sect. Su Jiang sighed in his heart when he heard this. According to his understanding, the lifeless heavenly sect was established with the word, attack. Each of their moves carried an indomitable killing intent. Their means were sharp and decisive. To Lin Dao, this was a perfect place for him to cultivate. Everyone, if we are fated to meet in the future, we will meet again. Shaoyan, if you have the chance to return to the Xiao clan, help me take a look at Lin Jian and Lin Yi. Just as he was about to walk to the side of the old man with sword-shaped eyebrows, Lin Dao, who had not turned his head all this while, suddenly stopped. He slightly tilted his head and spoke in a heavy tone. After saying that, he and the old man with sword-shaped eyebrows soared into the sky without waiting for Shaoyan's reply. Like 2 blood-red beams of light, they broke through the sky and flew away. Let's go as well. The elders of the academy are probably waiting anxiously. Smiling, Su Jiang looked at the top of the mountain. At this moment, there weren't many people left. The people from the Southern Sky Academy had also just left. Su Jiang. Just as Su Jiang took out the bronze warship, a soft voice suddenly sounded out. When Su Jiang heard this voice, his body trembled slightly, and his smiling face froze. Shaoyan and the others looked over and saw Yi Xuan walking over. The latter's eyes were charming as she looked at Su Jiang with deep affection. Congratulations! The Yunluo Academy has finally obtained the first place in the 4 academies competition. Your wish has finally been fulfilled. Upon hearing this, Su Jiang let out a soft sigh and looked at Yi Xuan with a complicated look in his eyes. Thank you, although I am from the Yunluo Academy. Part of it, the Yunluo Academy is my everything, I can't give it up. Before Su Jiang could finish his words, the smile on Yi Xuan's face froze. Her beautiful eyes turned red instantly. She held back her sadness and nodded, revealing a trace of a smile. I know, these students are all not bad. As she spoke, Yi Xuan had already turned around and left. Her figure looked so sorrowful. Elder Su. Wu Shaoqi blinked her eyes and could not help but look at Su Jiang with a puzzled expression. Let's go. Su Jiang did not say anything and looked deeply at Yi Xuan's back as she left. He clenched his fist and turned around to leave. The moment he turned around, his expression could not help but tremble. In the end, he still walked into the bronze warship without hesitation. Xiaoyan and the others shrugged their shoulders and followed her. Xiaoyan could clearly feel Yi Xuan's feelings for Su Jiang, but Su Jiang's attitude was really unpredictable. A moment later, the bronze warship soared into the sky. It paused for a moment in the air before speeding east. It did not take long before it turned into a light spot and disappeared into the horizon. Teacher, why are you crying? Kiara's eyes were infatuated as she looked in the direction where the bronze warship had left. Suddenly, she sensed Yi Xuan crying beside her. Immediately, she recovered her senses and urgently asked, "It's fine. All of you have performed very well. I am also very sorry for Chen Lu's death." Yi Xuan's eyes were slightly red. When she heard Kiara's question, she hurriedly wiped away her tears and said unparalleled words. She was afraid that Xuan Qingyi, who was not far away, would find out and would definitely get to the bottom of it if this little lass saw it. Elder sister Chen Lu. Hearing this, Kiara's small face sank and a trace of sadness flashed across her eyes and she did not speak anymore. Kiara, don't be sad, this kind of competition is not the kind of family training in the academy. Rubbing Kiara's little head, Yi Xuan suddenly said softly while comforting her. Someone you like. When Kiara heard this, a trace of doubt appeared on her face. In the next moment, her little face suddenly turned red and for some reason, the figure of that young man suddenly appeared in her mind. Swoosh! A black light suddenly flashed across the boundless sea surface. Its speed was so fast that it almost penetrated through space. Those guys from the heavens shouldn't have searched the entire star field with such a large scale yet. We can use this time to find a suitable parasitic body. In the black light, a blood-red light flashed and a ferocious face vaguely flashed. The quality of that half-step Emperor cultivation fellow's body is too poor. He can't even use some of his stronger techniques. Otherwise, he would have been able to injure me with just his weak astral execution. The face of the faintly discernible person was filled with shock. As this thought flashed across his mind, he had already passed through the layers of sea and entered the star domain continent very quickly. Right, capital of chaos. There are many experts there. There are dragons and snakes mixed together. It will be easier to control them. After a slight pause in midair, a joyful thought suddenly came from within the black light. In the next moment, it had already rushed towards the direction of the capital of chaos. It did not stop at all. Oh right, Elder Su, who is the dean of the Yunlo Academy. Why haven't I seen him before? Without the oppressive feeling she felt when she came here, Wu Shaoqi sat in the bronze warship in boredom. She looked at Xiaoyan and Zhu Tianhou, who had just woken up from their cultivation. Suddenly, she spoke. Although her grandfather was an elder of punishment department and held a high position in the sect, she had no idea about the dean. Upon hearing Wu Shaoqi's question, Xiaoyan and the others also looked at Su Jiang. They had never heard of the mysterious dean of the Yunlo Academy. Dean. Upon hearing this, Su Jiang recovered from his deep thoughts. He was lost in his thoughts and said softly, "The dean of Yunlo is not alone. It's a man and a woman, the name of the Yunlo Academy." It was a combination of the two names. Speaking of which, ever since I was born, I've met an outsider for so many years when I first became a young elder. I've never met the two chairmen. The Qi and Bai elders were my teachers back then. At the same time, they held the same position as Elder Shao, and were in charge of the academy's affairs. The two chairmen seemed to not care about the academy's matters, and they traveled in all directions, disappearing without a trace. Su Jiang's expression darkened slightly, as if he had some objections to the two deans he spoke of. Two deans. One of them has the surname of Yun, and the other has the surname of Luo. They're husband and wife, and their strength is said to have reached the heavenly sovereign a long time ago. Now, I don't know where they're wandering in the great world, and I don't care about something as important as the 4 Academies competition. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.